Hello, hello! Welcome, one and all. I am Paladin Ashe, here to stream for you again. And guest starring on this stream today is Marshall M.H. Bohemond.
Hello.
Not even gonna
Hello.
criticize me just throwing in weird, like, middle fucking, initials.
Well, I mean, because my middle name isn't that cool, so I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like my real middle name, which I am not saying on live on stream. Don't get me wrong.
What is your character? It's not your real life one. Your character's middle name.
I never gave him one. Now that I think about it,
For
I've never given him one.
for some reason, like when I go Marshall Bohemond, I'm like Marshall M. Bohemond pops into my head, and I'm like, I don't know.
Man, I didn't think that far ahead with this shit. I'll have to fix that at some point.
Gonna have to
Honestly,
give yourself your character some lore.
well,
Otherwise,
I mean, he has lore, just like not a ton.
I mean,
Honestly, my 40k self had way more lore, but you know, I've left that. Well, I haven't left it behind, but all the same, I don't use it anymore. You
yeah,
know,
your 40k self had lore, but it's easy enough to build lore for a character when you're attaching onto it a previously existing like canon. So it's
that is
like,
true.
you basically just be like, my character is this. He is this rank within this pre-existing faction. His ship, which he is chapter master to, is this. You know, and you've already got all that pre-existing information to work off of. In this case, you've more or less trimmed away a lot of the copyrighted fat, as it were, and made it your own. But I digress. I'm supposed to be getting into a game.
Yeah, yeah, it's the Goblin game. I like goblins. Oh,
I mean, that is more or less like Shards of Darkness, the sequel to this, where there's a goblin pandemic going around.
Goblin pen, huh?
Like, okay,
G-
in
yeah, Goblin, unnamed virus of unspecified origins. I don't know if we're still allowed to mention that or not. I know on YouTube, if you actually bring it up, you can get your shit shellacked on the fucking algorithm.
Okay, so like when I say a goblin pandemic, I don't mean like a disease. I mean like goblins have popped up as basically a vermin species in the world. Just to be clear, up until Styx, goblins were purely mythological. And I don't mean like, like in the same way the Skaven are, where it's like you're not allowed to talk about them and like, you'll be tracked down and censured heavily if you do. No, they were more or less equivalent to gremlins in this setting.
Hmm.
Yeah. But then,
Basically, they existed, but nobody really knew.
well, the thing is, they didn't exist.
Oh,
It's complicated. Since nobody's tuned in right now, basically Styx got turned into a goblin by falling into a pit of amber. Amber is like the blood of the world trees in this world, which is magical and shit, and toxic and acidic.
oh, so he's Green Manlet Joker. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, more or less. And that version of Styx was originally an orc. And at the end of this game, either one of his clones, which he can create by spitting up amber saliva, or him, falls into the solution again and loses their memory of who they were and what they were doing up until that point. Thus begins, like the lead into Shards of Darkness, and also a bunch of other clones of him come out of that fluid, and they're dumber varieties of him.
Come on, lads. You comb the neighborhood and you kill anything that looks suspicious. Off we go.
What's this shit? A raid by the guards? Down here?
Okay, so how am I gonna get down to the... there? That guy is just straight up pissing.
Taking a leap. Taking a leap.
Oh, wow. I didn't need to nearly risk death there.
While you're doing that, I'd like to be playing something, but right now I'm waiting on this damn video to finish fucking processing, and then I have to upload it to you. And then I have to upload it to YouTube. That's gonna be fun. It's like 2 hours 37 minutes long. That's gonna take all day.
Oh shit!
Son of
This
a-
one's for me.
I'm trying to take shortcuts to get out of this level.
Hey, you're still better at stealth than I am. I got caught like friggin' 1 minute into the gameplay. Metal Gear Solid yesterday.
I mean, stealth games are really just about timing and well, you know, just taking your time.
Yeah. Grady, you know me. I'm the most impatient person you know. So, yeah. I've said it before, but my idea of stealth is just, you know, the scene in the sewer in Jinro the Wolf Brigade. You know, just cut loose with the machine gun. Hey, see that? How you doing? I should try sneaking up on the bad guys from the. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? I'm not finishing that. I'm not finishing reading that, see, Dad. No, I refuse. Ashe made you this way. He's taught all of you the most effective way to bully me, and I fucking hate it. Sorry for just making random noises here as I adjust in my seat.
Let's see. Boop. So you have bottomed out?
If I can get a hold of this Querberus, I'll be a step ahead of Styx. I don't know what he wants to do with him, but it sounded important. So you're thinking I'm just a puppet? That you can pull a string and make me dance? Well, watch your ass, or I'll be dancing on your fucking grave.
Soldiers, stay alert.
You know, hon, I joke about you being a goblin.
With what's happening in the prison, we may well be visited by a creature of the elves. Querberus must not fall into their hands.
I'm getting close now. The lab isn't far. But where exactly? What if I had a little chat with this soldier? He seems to be the guy in charge. All right, listen up. Here's the deal. I ask you one question, and you get one chance to answer. Keep it short. Where is Querberus?
The murals room.
Do. So I need to get up there.
Dude, this is one of those games where every single jump would make me nervous because, you know, you got to catch the ledge.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty infamously bad when it comes to, you know, crofting.
Yeah, this game's also really rough around the edges at times. Like, I have crofted quite a few times. For those who don't know, between me and Bo, I came up with the word crofting. Yes, as in Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, to refer to those games where the jumping mechanics are so essentially finicky and you know, very, very, very picky about how well you do them. That
like you go to jump, you walk off the ledge. You go to grab a ledge, you know, you hit the button, the game's like, did you really push that? And you proceed to fall and break your neck. You know, like that. That's crofting.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, it's pretty, it's like basically just, it is a thing that happens in this game quite a bit. I mentioned it in my previous play on yesterday, I think it was. There's a thing in gaming programming called coyote time. If you have an image of the Wile E. Coyote in your head, like going to like walk, like, you know, jump off a ledge that's no longer there, and they like wave at the camera goodbye before falling. Yeah, that's what that's the correct image in mind to have. That is what coyote time is in programming. It is deliberately put in by you know, game developers to essentially allow the player a degree of grace for jumping mechanics. You know, basically like, you know, to make sure that the player isn't essentially heinously screwed over for what could otherwise be like a really tricky jump. So essentially how it works is that when the player is making a jump, if they walk off the edge a bit, the programmer has deliberately made it so that when they come to that edge and come to the, like, you know, this, like, the end of it, they have like a half second of like, essentially you are floating in air to like essentially evade death. Oh, these fucking bugs. They really...
Oh, I thought you meant
bug
like...
me.
I thought you meant like the game had like bugs and that look. It's like, oh, that's a glowing beetle.
Yep. These are called robies.
Mhm.
And essentially they're vermin. They are just like things that exist in Akanash Tower. And they're blind. But of course, you know how it is in gaming with blind enemies. Their hearing is exceptional.
And let me guess, if they spot you, they either freak out and call everything around them, or they do that and attack you.
More or less both. Like,
I knew it.
yeah, like they
I
make a
knew it.
shrieky sound, which alerts other bugs, but also alerts people that the robies are freaking out. It's not like they're kept here as some sort of you know, like pet or anything like that. They are actively avoided by people in Akanash Tower. It's just that, well, they just happen to be useful. Okay, let's see. Nope. See that Tyr's not on this this stream.
I can't wait till they change guard.
Well, I mean, look. If he was here, then you have someone else to call about him, and it would actually fit with him.
Yeah.
You all right?
No, it's fine. Part of games like this, like, I remember once upon a time, Dishonored was critiqued by, you know, people like the original Dishonored because they simplified the layout of maps. You know, casualization back when, like, casualization was, like, the complaint du jour of the gaming industry.
Yeah, it was just kind of that, like, a really kind of nebulous complaint. Like,
Yeah.
it's casualized. Well, what is casualized, you know? But anyway, continue.
But yeah, like, Styx heavily emphasizes the idea that, like, the maps have just, like, multiple pathways that you can use to get from point A to point B. Some are better than others, in my opinion, because, like, some kind of require you to, like, take really huge risks, and some are more essentially reliant on timing, or you basically, like, moving, you know, through the space with respect to, like, several active, like, moving components. And
Yeah.
others are, you know, allow you to do things like hop up along walls and clearly avoid the gaze of most of your enemies, which is honestly the best way to go about it if you can manage it. If you can get to the roofs, you are generally safe to run and jump as you see fit. This is true in Dishonored across the board, but in Akanash, there's a lot of situations where there's, like, really just, like, a little rim around where there's, like, an OSHA compliant wall to keep people from falling off. And you can hide there, but, like, you really do have to take full advantage of certain things, like the cover mechanic of this game. It's not really cover. It's more like you are pressing your body into the small of a space against the wall to look as small as possible. And if you were in darkness, basically people could walk right by you and not notice you. Unless they're basically walking in your direction, facing in that area, sort of, and get really too close. It's like, it's not invulnerable.
Wait, CSS, so there would be a bottom off? No, it's because
I have no regrets about, you know, inspiring this teasing.
It'd be kind of cool if you did, though.
Love you.
I love you too.
See you. Bye. Swish.
Is that one of the clones?
Yep. You can just generate clones. They are not intelligent, and whatnot.
They let you scout ahead, basically.
It's
So
a
let you
trap.
scout, set diversions, set off traps, flip levers. They cannot fight. They are shitty.
So you put the clone in there, the clone opens the door, and then he can get out. Oh, neat.
Yep.
And
Activated the
I fear
trap.
for myself
I'll
right
get
now.
it.
Why?
Well,
I'm falling down the
what's
Cthulhu
left
Mythos
of it?
rabbit hole again. I haven't done that in years.
It could have been dangerous. A little bit more.
It's
and
got
it
me
might
looking
have
into
reached
that,
the
looking into
viaduct.
that one anime
It wasn't
where
so
it's
clever
like
in the end, was it? Well
the
done.
main character
The
isn't
fighter's been
a
bit.
harem with fucking
Oh,
anime
the
girls
fighting's
based on the
just
Cthulhu Mythos
begun,
monsters.
my friend.
Because that just
Right.
you know, because listen, if you know that anime exists, you end up back on it whenever you know go down the Cthulhu Mythos rabbit hole.
Is that the one where the guy had, like, a head injury that causes them to perceive everybody as, like basically, like, meat, and then, like, he runs into one chick who's, like, normal looking?
No, that's Song of Saya that you're thinking of. That's like a classic visual novel, and the whole deal is that Saya's the only person who looks normal to him because she's a Shoggoth.
Ah.
So she already looks like a pile of formless meat, but you know, because of his head injury, she looks like a person, where nobody else does. No, this was fuck. I forgot the title of it, but it's like because Song of Sai is a really fucking dark series. Like it ends in the apocalypse, and you help Saya cause it because you love her apparently. But no, the one I'm thinking of was like a comedic harem anime. I forget the title of it off the top of my head.
she is Saya for sore eyes.
You are the master of pulling the worst jokes just out of your ass at a moment's notice. Like you just have fucking bad jokes just ready to go. Like not even dad jokes, just bad jokes. And you do it on purpose too. And now he posted about Lovecraft on Twitter has got people recommending other, you know. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
You okay?
I'm fine. I was just sneezing.
Okay. Yeah, now there's people recommending other, you know, realistic alien fiction, basically.
I subscribe to the, you know, probably going to be more, like, probably going to have an initial Dark Forest moment, but best case scenario, it's going to turn out to be a Mass Effect situation. Assholes being assholes.
I get that. You see, I'm one of the few things I'm cynical on in life is the idea that aliens can be relatable, or we can even communicate with them. You know, like I'm not cynical in life generally. That is one of the things I am cynical about. It's just about the only thing I'm cynical about, honestly. Well, that and the state of Warhammer right now. I genuinely do think, though, the Games Workshop's gonna get smacked in the ass, though. Let me guess, you're quick saving before every part, aren't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Listen. If God didn't want you to save scum, he wouldn't have given you the ability. And I say this as a stalker player when, you know, your ability to save scum sees you through most gunfights, especially early on in the hobo phase.
Yeah. I swear I remember you telling me that you couldn't save scum in Stalker.
You can.
Like, I remember you, like, griping you were having difficulty with a moment in it, and then I was like, why not, like, keep an additional save? And then you were like, I can't do that.
Oh, okay. I know what you're thinking of. So that was specifically the Gamma, submod, or Gamma mod pack for Stalker Anomaly, which disables quick saving if you're not at a fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that game, like that mod pack very specifically does that. It's like a Dark Souls kind of system where, you know, like where you meet the stalkers starting a fire, like, you know, gathering around it and fucking like playing like the guitar and shit and making bad jokes. Yeah, in that mod pack, it's a Dark Souls style save system where you can only save at the fires. Like, you know, sit down, you know, like where you can sit down and rest, basically.
Let's see. Could have probably, like... Okay.
Can you actually, like, you know, kill people in this, or
yeah?
Okay, I was thinking, like, is it like combat a complete non-option, or I imagine it's not the best idea.
It's okay. So when like the game, like, you know, Styx is basically, you know, meant to be a master assassin. You can kill people. You can choose not to kill people. That is an option in either case. You get more points for, like, sneakily going through a level and killing no one. But, you know, there are, shall we say, a lot of difficulties.
Elaine's not around. I should be able to find some.
Okay,
valuable
okay.
items in
I
this
imagine
workshop.
it doesn't do that
Might be
fucking
worth a look.
chaos crap that I legitimately my least favorite part of Dishonored was
Oh,
the
it
chaos
certainly doesn't.
system. I just think choosing to go kill or no kill should have not have had a bearing on how the ending turns out in Dishonored. It should have been based on something else, like choices you make like specific choices you make in the story itself, rather than a, you know, a vague kind of meter you have to keep low.
There's something over there.
Understood.
Oh, son of a bitch. I actually liked that about Dishonored. I know you didn't like it because it shaped how the story went, but like, I liked it because, well, you know, I like a good ending to a story, and I like feeling like I achieved that good ending. But I also understand where you're coming from when it comes to the whole like not liking it to be something that shapes how people play the game, because then you're basically like press ganged into, well, being a nicey nice, and that's not the best thing for a game that literally gives you 1,000 different ways to horrifically butcher people for fun.
Yeah, because my problem more stems from the fact that, like, I get the idea of the chaos system in that game, but while I like the idea that your actions in a previous level can alter the flow of the next the next levels based on, like, you know, the damage you cause, I like that. That's a good idea. I didn't like the fact that it influenced the ending. And something else should have been able to influence the ending, different choices. I just don't think it should have been tied into, you know, the moment-to-moment gameplay. You know, like I think a good example of games that, you know, did it right were, like, you know, Mass Effect and the Paragon and Renegade system. I've got my own criticisms in that, but that's more the fact that playing a true Renegade Shepard became basically a thing you couldn't do the further and further the series went on. Like, listen, if I'm gonna play, the reason I don't play Renegade Shepard, on top of the fact I don't like being mean, is the fact that I know by, like, at least by the second game, I'm already gonna be unable to play as a Renegade again, like a true Renegade, like in Mass Effect 1. You know, and then by 3, I'm basically just Paragon Shepard, but, you know, I'm a little more stern about it. Like you should have been able to be completely pro-human, you know, space racist Shepard all the way through. Like, that should have been like, even if, you know, I get people not personally wanting to play the series like that, but that should have been an option all the way through, because it was in 1, and then by 3, even if you take the most, like, some of the most renegade endings to certain storylines possible, it's like very clear, you know, that they want Shepard to have a distinct personality and not, like, what the player can shape with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the best example there is Shepard in Mass Effect 1 literally being able to say, "Oh, I got the council killed on purpose because fuck aliens. Humans should rule the galaxy." And then by 3, you know, you can do the renegade outcome to the Genophage story and kill Mordin at the foot of the fucking tower, and Shepard will throw his gun away in disgust. Like, I want the option should have been there that not only did he shoot Mordin, but, like, the outcome where Mordin dies and ultimately the Krogan are wiped out too, is like what he wanted, and not like an unfortunate outcome the way the renegade outcome plays it in 3.
Fair enough.
You try Renegade, but you
Sticks.
default back to Paragon every
You're
single
next
time
on the
before the
list.
middle of game 1.
I'll find Kerberos'
I will say, because I actually, and here's some context. I say this as somebody who prefers playing Paragon. Like, it's like I prefer playing Paragon. The option to be like space racist pro-human Shepard should have been there all the way through. That's basically what I'm saying. With that said, like I like the renegade interrupts because even as a Paragon Shepherd, you get the chance to be a dick when it like really like those chances where you really should be a dick, you get to be a dick, and I like that. And the best Paragon interrupt in the game is the one in the DLC with the guy's autistic brother, where the Paragon interrupt is the one where you pistol whip him, rather than the Renegade one. God, that was such a good DLC.
Yeah.
Even if it was basically just an excuse to introduce the gimmick of the new vehicle, the new tank, but it was like, don't care, story was good.
Overlord DLC was genuinely fucking peak.
Yeah, it's like that was it's like, yeah, made to introduce a gimmick, story good, don't care, fun gimmick anyway, so I'm cool with it.
I wonder if one day the old fool
And then the
will find
arrival,
what he's looking for.
Apparently,
DLC,
he
like,
restarts the same experiment every day. So what?
illustrates the
It's good for
Paragon Shepherd
business.
problem because
He'll eventually improve
listen,
his distillation formula.
you've
you
heard
realise
that AI generated rant
years
about Shepherd hating
doing the
Batarians.
same thing.
You should have been
day.
able to be like
It's,
that.
And us, well,
Yeah.
isn't it what we do?
I'm not going to quote
Repeat
it because
the
you
same
probably don't want me
thing
to on your
every
stream,
day.
but
I
it's
would
fucking
prefer,
hilarious.
yeah.
Stand guard between
It's fucking
four
hilarious,
walls,
yeah.
Except us, well, we're aware of it. Shit.
I will point out, though, even as somebody who prefers Paragon, I fucking hate Batarians.
Yeah. Look, I acknowledge that Batarians stop being assholes once freed of the hegemony, but like that's like okay, but how fucking omnipresent
Oi,
is that
Goblin.
hegemony in a
You're the one who
person's
feeds
life
Querberus.
who's in the Citadel?
I'll trade you a month of fatigue duty against
Yeah,
1
it's
week
like-
of guarding the old man.
You joking?
Like
I've never
you
eaten
can't
so
assume
well
every
since I've been looking
Batarian
after
is
him.
an agent
Don't
of
be
the
a rat.
hegemony. Like,
1 month of fatigue
but
duty
every
against 1
Batarian
week.
you run
We'll
across
share
is
his
just
ration
an
between
asshole.
us.
Like, for no
Good
reason.
you piece of shit.
Like to everyone. Like every species, but especially humans.
I better discreetly follow this.
That said, they are a good like counter to the idea of everything will be just shades of gray, because sometimes, and this is something a lot of modern gaming people, primarily in RPGs, don't admit.
Sorry, I am paying attention, but I got caught and had to reload.
I know, it's okay, it's fine. This is something they don't want to admit, but ontological evil is a thing. Like people are like, oh, no one's born evil, and that is something that is actively disproven by people in our own species. It's not a human thing on like a group level, but in terms of individuals, yeah, no, that's a thing. Like just ontological evil. Some people are just evil. It's kind of foolhardy to think that if we encounter other species, there won't be ones that are just evil.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree with the like certain people are just evil, especially when you observe the culture that surrounds them and how it encourages that sort of thing. Is that really them as a species being evil, or as a race being evil, or is it just their culture is evil?
I don't know. I firmly believe that culture is as much shaped by the inherent morality of the given species as I believe, we shape culture more than culture shapes us.
not sure if I fully agree with that, but I get where you're coming from. I don't know. I do believe that for humanity, it's a blend of nature and nurture. It's not one or the other.
Yeah. I think the problem with saying it's, purely cultural is that, if, because if culture then reaches a point where the culture itself is evil,
So this is where they're
you
holding
reach a
Querberus.
point where
I
the
got to get him
spiral
out
downward
alive.
becomes something that can't be pulled back from.
I brought you your
But we
pitcher
can
of
pull
water.
back. So
There in front
the
of
fact
the
that
door.
no amount of culture can beat the good out
that's
of
it,
humanity,
as you want.
to me shows that culture does not have a very big influence overall on us as a species.
Sorry, could you please repeat that?
Oh, okay. It's okay. I know. I get it. You were distracted. You're trying to knife a guy there. Basically, what I'm saying is because culture can turn evil, but we can ultimately, as a species, determine that culture is evil. It needs to go. Then I think culture ultimately takes a back seat to nature,
Yeah, fair enough.
because it is in our nature to recognize, I believe it is in our nature to recognize good, even if on a cultural level, the culture is like,
So this is
be
where
evil,
they're holding Querberus.
I feel like
got to get him
the
out
part that's
alive.
within our nature is to know, to recognize antisocial behavior, which is often evil, but not always.
Yes, that's it, as you want.
Fucking old fool. What?
Did you like not want to kill that guy?
I want to see if I can pull off a no-kill run.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going for one.
Well, it's not really like a
this is
no-kill
where they're
run.
holding
It's just that I
Querberus.
often kill guys
I
because
got to get him
it's
out
convenient.
alive.
I want to see if I can't avoid
I
that.
brought you your pitcher of water.
Understandable.
Leave it there in front of the door.
Sorry, I thought you
Yes,
were like,
yes,
why are you
that's it,
acting
as you
weird?
want.
Why are you doing this weird stuff?
Oh, no. But believe me. Listen. As a guy whose longest boss fight in Metal Gear Solid 3 was the Sorrow, I fully understand not wanting to do a no-kill run. Okay. Oh God, I have so many people. I have so many dead people in my wake in that game. And then the Sorrow. Then they get to the Sorrow boss fight, and they just guilt trip the shit out of you over it.
Honestly, I like that sort of thing where the game's basically like, now here's where we reward somebody who is playing the game as a stealth game.
Well, I mean, oh no, I get that. I will actually say, this is sort of circling back to, Dishonored. That is a better way of doing it than Dishonored tying the ending into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
Like, where you get a boss fight
Hello,
that
my friend.
specifically exists to say,
It's
so
Master
yeah, you're a
Aaron who sent you?"
sociopath. You killed like 500 people.
I'm
You
afraid
didn't
that
have
the
to."
experiment is not quite satisfactory. Amber is definitely an unpredictable substance.
I've come to free you, so keep it down, Grandpa.
What's your name? Stephen? Felix? Oh, was it Manfred? I'm sorry, Manfred. But as I was saying this morning, this alchemy equipment is totally unsuitable for distilling amber. I need to design a completely different system.
Shh, not so loud. You already saw me this morning?
Well, I suppose.
You suppose? Did you see me or not?
But Manfred, you know full well that my brain is unhinged. I can't remember what I did a few hours ago.
5%
I know a face like yours shouldn't be
I just
easily
know I'm gonna,
forgotten,
like,
but believe me,
thumb
there isn't
through
anything
the fi-
personal
the,
in
uh,
it.
the
I forget
outcome
everyone
of
without
it,
distinction,
and I fucked something
even
up
the
and you
ugly
have to do it
ones.
again.
Oh, great.
Wait, what?
What could make Sticks give
Okay.
a damn about somebody who's lost his fucking memory?
I'm editing together like
Oh
remember
no,
that debate I did.
I
back
haven't
in
lost my
2023?
memory. The distant past
Over
is
Warhammer
still
being
intact.
political. Remember that?
I can't tell you what I
I'm
ate
in a
this morning,
cutscene, like,
but I can
hold
recite
that-
the
hold that-
mathematical
hold that
formula
thought.
of the curve and
sorry.
ideal wingspan of an Arcanash airship.
You mean you built the airships?
Of course. I invented everything here. I drew up the plans of the atrium. I designed this tower to the tiniest detail. This is my masterpiece.
Oh, now I understand. Listen, Don't move. I'll check that the coast is clear, and then we can go someplace safe. Or at least, safe-ish.
Really? This was planned? Forgive me, but my brain is unhinged. Believe it or not.
Yes, of course. Those were the orders. Wait for me.
Okay. You were saying 25% done.
Okay, so remember that debate I did, like back in 2023, about like whether Warhammer is political or not. I was doing it with that one really unhinged person. Like went on to become one of my stalkers. Yeah. So Twitch added this new thing. Your highlights and uploads is now limited by like a certain amount of hours. I have to delete all my old highlights and uploads, but I wanted to save that one. But I'm also like, damn, this video's old as shit, and it'll look awful if I just upload it to YouTube, right? So I downloaded it, I recorded an intro, and I'm trying to like tack that onto the beginning. And then I'll upload it, so people so I'm like, yeah, no, this video's old as shit. I was super new to streaming, so it looks rough. But I wanted to preserve it, like that.
Yeah.
But, I'm having to like now, I edited it together. It's not a very complicated edit, but it's been taking hours to get this thing fully processed and completed before I upload it. Like I started it like just after lunch, and now it's like fucking... It's almost 8 p.m. my time, and it's only 85% finished.
Shit. Whatever, I'm gonna see if I can't actually just... See if I can backtrack and just kill that dude. And if that will... No, I can't. I'm screwed. Okay. Way is secure. Okay, but like... I may actually have to start killing dudes. I've forgotten that I had to... This becomes basically a glorified escort quest. Not a terribly hard one. Guess I'll... Cerberus. Move. Seriously, the idea of an escort quest, as somebody who liked the A Plague Tale games, like, to bits, like, goated game, top 10 of all time, for all time for me, I find a game like this being like, hey, so can you, like, do a stealth mechanic, with, like, an escort? Just kind of horrifically awful. Go.
Stealth escorts, the best thing ever.
What was that noise?
Let's take escort quests and make them 1,000 times more obnoxious.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Don't spot him, don't spot him. This guy has no stealth capability. Will he look right at him and get pissy? I'm being curious and experimental. Will this dude look right over at him and be like, I see you, and it'll be like,
Looks like there's something to
you
take a
fucker.
closer.
Isn't even him.
Shit, what's he up to?
Okay, so this guy's, so these people are pretty blind to a running human. I mean, I'm not mad, I'm just, wow.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Like, okay, as somebody who plays stealth games, one of the infuriating things in this game is how readily people are like, oh, that's the slightest bit unto, like, okay, that thing in video game, or in, like, movies, the rock that falls from where, like, the people are scrabbling around in, and, like, for some reason that draws the attention of the enemy, and you're just like, okay, like, that sequence where they're trying to go into Mordor and in the Two Towers. Yeah, they're all like, oh no, we caused the rock to fall down this hill we're on, and that might draw the guards. It's like, rocks tumble down from places all the time. You know, the earth moves.
Yeah, I don't think people are going to be that paranoid over, like, a rock falling. Like, most people can put two and two together and was like, oh, that's like, that was probably nothing. It's like guards in video games are, on the one hand, too paranoid, or just in media in general, actually, you know, not just video games, but are in general, on the one hand, too paranoid in all the wrong ways and not paranoid enough in all the ways that actually matter, you know? Like,
yeah,
they'll look for, you know, what caused that tiny little rock to move, right? But they won't go in a pair to make sure they have backup. It'll always be one walks off by himself to get himself killed. And then the other guy, who's now alone, gets himself killed.
I left you, the old guy's stuff, at the agreed spot with the rest of the spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, and it'll be like weird shit, like, if you don't stow a body just so, and their hand is like sticking out somewhere, an enemy will be like, somebody's been murdered. But at the same time, like, they'll go over, examine, and then fuck off. Like, I don't expect them to call in a fucking CSI team or something like that in fucking, like, Dunwall. But still, you know, the whole must have been the wind, you know, like, return to rest state thing is, like, always, like, a thing worth criticizing. I do think obvious signs of, like, you know, somebody killing people in the area should lead to, you know, like, the AI asserting, like, a different mode. You know, should go from like arrested, like guarding state to like actually aware. Batman Arkham Asylum does this with like enemy rooms all the time, where like when you start like disappearing people, and somebody finds the body, they'll start like actively looking, and then if it's down to 2 dudes. Those 2 dudes will come together and stand back to back watching, like, each other's six. You know, so, like, there are different levels of just how, like, aware that Batman's in the area and how in danger they are relative to that. But, like, it's weird to me how it's, like, it'll be, like, the slightest movement or, hell, in games where like you have the ability to do things like from different perspectives, like I've always found it weird in like especially like D&D. You really only get this like with like crap DMs where it's like you'll have like a druid take their animal shape or use like or the wizard will use their familiar to scout something, and for arbitrary reasons everything just makes a bead on that fucking random animal. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure these mercenaries don't have a fucking ornithologist or a zoologist amongst them. And while it's possible a local will be like, that kind of animal is not local to this region, are they necessarily going to assume that's a wizard's familiar or a druid in wild shape? And like, I say crap DMs, but like that is also the cornerstone of like, you know, programming that doesn't take into consideration things like different forms.
But I don't know if it's worth much. His mess. Junk recovered.
You know, while we're on the topic of this, next time I watch a horror movie and they say, let's split up, gang, I'm just going to turn the movie off.
I'll always find a fool to buy a crack condenser.
Now that I think of, you know, now that we're on the topic of
To
this.
get him some horizontal pleasure. I'll go get it. See you later.
'Cause I can always find a fool to lead me straight to his hoard.
It's especially weird to me when it comes to that sort of thing, and like NPCs who like are supposed to be like blind, for instance, and they'll be like, you know, seeing
There's
via
something over there.
shit, seeing via like sound. That's all well and dandy, but then like they'll be like, oh, I heard one sound. Must be the main character.
There's nobody.
Yeah, well, you see, it's advantageous to the plot for them to be, you know, oh, must be the main character.
There!
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I drank from a bottle and it woke this cunt up. I am big mad. I am spicy mad. I want you to fucking die mad. Fucking bitch. Bitchiest fucking bitch that ever bitched.
Oh.
I'll be fine. Just,
Well, I'm still gonna be concerned. Because you're mad.
I'm just gonna be all like, for a bit. Snack muffin.
You're mine.
Now, I'm always more of a dog person, but I'm also kind of aware that I'm a bit like a cat sometimes.
Elaborate.
Well, here's the thing. Cats are very intuitive creatures, to the point that, like, some people will do something really, like, eccentric, like set up their home to be a bit like an enrichment zone for, like, their cat. And the way they do this is they basically create a lot of, like, things to climb on, little, like, lips along, like, the top of the ceiling and whatnot. The whole point is that, like, you know, cats will, like, climb up on these things and puzzle out their way up there. And, you know, feline enrichment does, in fact, come in the form of being like, let's see if we can't, like, make our kitty want to, like, you know, solve this Rubik's Cube of a climbing puzzle. Well, oh, okay. No.
Found nothing suspicious.
He might see me anyways.
Well, I must have been dreaming.
Well, he didn't see me. That's good. I swear to God, there's so much shit in this room. I am... Of course, it's my fault. I'm basically trying to brute force this shit. Okay. Yeah, like, I remember, like, watching footage of a cat in, like, a house that had been set up for like, you know, basically them to just, like, you know, fucking climb around in. And it was basically, like, the cat trying to climb up a climbing wall and pausing every so often and being like, no, that's not the way. No, this is the way. And, like, you could tell they were doing it because, like, I want to say a way a cat shows both puzzling and agitation is that they like It's opposite to a dog. Dogs wag their tail to show off excitement. Cats wag their tail to show off agitation, but also like being perplexed. Yeah.
Strange.
Oh well.
Oh shit! I got it, huh?
Oh, see that. See you later.
Later.
See you later.
Hope your internet fixes itself. It's probably nothing on your end. It's just, you know, interdangs being shit.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I want to say I don't want to say the state he lives in out loud. He probably doesn't care, but all the same, you know, I was gonna make a joke about it, namely about stealing internet cables.
Me, I'm gonna call him a Californian.
Why would you do that to him? You're a dick.
Because I'm evil. Are you gonna wash your hands? No. Because I'm evil.
Right, that was when the Flash was in his body, right?
Yeah.
I still think one of the most hilarious moments in all of the DCAU was him taking the Flash's flash off, the Flash's mask off, and being like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, he's just like, I can't do this, but at least I can find out who the Flash is. I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, it's like Wally West is just overall such a nobody compared to everyone else.
He's a CSI and that's it. Like it's not anything very prominent.
Yeah. It's not like, say, Bruce Wayne or, literally a famous billionaire business mogul, or fucking, Clark Kent, a famous reporter out of Metropolis.
Let's go.
None of those
I'm
people,
taking
just
you to
a
my
dude.
place.
Makes it all the funnier when, you realize Wonder Woman doesn't have a secret identity.
I mean, when you really think about it, she does have a identity and it is sort of secret, but it's more like that identity itself is like, I'm not sure how to word it, because Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman, but like going under the name Diana Prince is basically her like public name as a public person. Though at the same time, if memory serves, she rarely goes by that secretively. It's more like just a mask she put on so she can operate as like a normal person in everyday society.
Cerberus is here. I managed to find him. Good.
But in the comics, she's actively published books
Now
about
I must
him.
question him. Get information. How to reach the heart of the tree. There has to be a way. Come on, Rakash. Make him talk. Come on. What? Was it me who said that? What am I talking about? I don't give a shit about the heart of the tree. Possibly a fart, but not a shit. All I want is to find Styx and see his head on a platter. That's gonna be my birthday present to myself. My rite of passage. I may have been born yesterday, but I'm all grown up today. From now on, I declare I will obey no one. And I'm gonna write it in Styx's blood.
In retrospect, it is kind of rare to see a story where the main character is the clone. And
Happy birthday,
has to navigate the whole,
It's your present. I forged it myself.
fucking like
It
the
is
whole like my
magnificent.
identity versus
Thank
that of the
you.
originals thing.
30 winters. Yes, it's 30 winters since your mother
Honestly,
brought
one of
you
my
into the
one of my
world.
favorites of that was
You're an
Prototype.
adult. From today, you no
Oh,
longer
it's
have
kinda.
to obey me.
because
Decide your own.
you know because there was the guy
you
that
sure you
Barry
want to
Pepper
leave?
plays as the main
I
character.
am sure, Father.
Who was gonna like
I must make
hold New
this
York
journey.
City to to
Finish my
ransom with
initiation.
the
Become
virus,
a true shaman.
and then it ends up breaking
What
and
a
infecting him as patient zero.
I want to see
and
the
he
world
he's like
dream
horribly
with my own eyes. Study the amber
consumed by the
that flows from
virus, and then it takes on
I felt such a
his form
powerful
and thinks
force.
it's him, but doesn't have his
Come back
doesn't have his
one day,
memories.
son.
So he spends the whole game
I
trying to find out who he
promise.
is, right?
Yeah.
When he finds out what his original self was like, he was like,
remember.
"Wow, that guy fucking sucked."
My father gave me a
But I'm
dagger
him
the
now.
day-
Shit.
Wait,
Yeah, I want to say the original
Impossible.
self-sister
This
straight was
memory
like,
is not
you know,
mine.
I'm pretty sure you're
I
not
don't
my
have a
brother, but at
past.
the same time,
No
my brother
past.
was an asshole.
Sticks. He's fucking
Yeah.
up my thoughts.
Just
Not
because
my family, it's not my
because
father.
It's
not
the main
my
character,
memory.
the virus
Sticks,
clone
you
is
bastard.
actually,
Answer me.
I wouldn't call him a good
you do
person,
this to me?
but he's got a conscience,
How
which her brother didn't have.
I allow you to share my most precious memories, and you insult me. Listen, Rat.
Yeah, I gotta say, fucking
You're gonna bring me
Prototype 2
Quivers.
really screwed the pooch on handling his
It's all
character.
what cost me
Because they
precious
turned him
time.
into a straight up bad guy.
You've
For no
manipulated
reason.
me for the last
Yeah,
time.
instead of the actually
I'm not
actual good example of moral greatness.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Bring me Querberus.
I mean,
And
he is
why would I do
actively
that?
like patient zero
Because
of a
I
disease, or he's
have
actively like
everything
an
you desire.
epidemic
A
spreader.
past.
But he's basically a
name?
decent version of like
I
the person
don't
he's a
want
copy of.
your memories. I want you to get out of my head. That can happen. If you help me to reach the heart of the tree, then you get your freedom back. Bring me Querberus. Bring him to my laboratory. Your laboratory? And how long have you been holed up in this tower? And where is your laboratory? You know all that.
You ever see one of those
Now hurry.
posts where it's
I'm
like,
waiting for you.
you
What?
see it, and then you're
But
like, now I can't
no,
unsee it
I-
because actual
laboratory.
objective fact.
You mean
But
like
yes,
how Death
remember
Note
where it
and
is,
Twilight are basically
I
the
think.
same thing?
I know how to get there. Damn.
What?
I've never been there.
I'm gonna real quick
can
see
I
if I
remember
can't
that?
find that after this cutscene.
Yeah, go ahead. Another thing I was looking at is the fact that under the ice, Antarctica is apparently Antarctica is peak RPG world design.
All right, yeah.
Certainly better than just Europe or Earth flipped upside down.
Or just
Granted,
England minus the bulk of the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, what do they mean by this? But no, I actually, because when it comes to Earth flipped upside down, I'm like, let's talk about Attack on Titan. I don't mind that one so much, because the heavy implication is that the world of Attack on Titan is like after the destruction of our world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say it's heavily implied Earth had a pole shift, so Earth is basically upside down by our reckoning. So, south is north, north is south. Actual pole shifts aren't that drastic, but all the same, I get it, Like that one I can understand, because that's building off our own world. But the ones where it's like it is an actual other fantasy world, and they just like, it's like Europe and the oceans turned inside out, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, honestly, you could make a pretty decent map by just, like, as you said, inverting the ocean with the land in the world.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would. Okay. Current relic zone hideout. Okay. There's a route in this room somewhere. still at the beginning of this level. I really hope that, you know, I'm not barred from getting it just because...
Bless you.
Man, I'm so glad my ear stopped being weird.
Oh, that's good.
My ear earlier was having, like, repeated tinnitus moments. I don't get bad tinnitus, but sometimes I get it. That's, like, you know, where you've had, like, damage to your ears by something, and, you...
Yeah, didn't you... I would say, didn't you have, like, bad ear infections?
Fucking... kind of periodically throughout my life. Not recently, but, like... Well, actually, yes, recently. It's complicated. I had, like, an issue with my ears being, like, massively itchy over the last few years, and me scratching at them causes ear infections, but, like, when I was younger, my adenoids were revealed to be too large. Adenoids are kind of like tonsil glands. And
But you have to have them out?
yeah, because they were blocking my ears' ability to drain. So my ears were perpetually becoming overly, like, stuffed with fluid and also prone to infection.
Did it go away after that? Like the frequent infections? You know, ear infections are just gonna happen, but I mean, like,
yeah,
as
it
a
kind of
chronic
more or
problem.
less went away.
That's good.
I would periodically get these earaches. So I remember one time taking a nap on the couch before when I was very little, and waking up to my ear fucking hurting supremely. And we went to the hospital. The physician on call basically was like, "Damn, this kid's fucking pain tolerance because his eardrum was fit to burst."
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't. Fuck. But yeah, if that's the ear you're having the tinnitus in, that might just be like, you know, residual, like, damage from
Yeah.
that. Also, hello EA, how you doing?
Hey, EA. My meandering is me looking around for things, not being like ADHD ridden, but one sec. Sticks. Master of Shadows. Relic Hideout. Because I can't find this thing. Okay. Okay, understandable, EA. Shit happens, as they say.
Yeah, no, but I get. Listen, man. Real life's gotta come first. You know. I don't know. I saw. I played a lot of endgame raiding alongside people who literally ruined their lives because they put the game ahead of their real life, and that's always beaten into me. You know, you gotta put shit aside for real life.
Okay. The relic is not in the hideout, despite being listed in the hideout. It's in the area I have to go to after the hideout. Amazingly descript.
Yeah, I would say, why the actual fuck would they label it where it's not?
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think I've killed anybody up till this point. Ah, yes, this is that lovely point where I have to deal with Doomed. Basically, exploding ghost skulls.
Oh, fun.
The Doomed. Better avoid any contact with them.
This is probably the area. Yeah. The downside of the clones, though, is that they have a tendency to be, well, fragile, and also, you know, if I don't dissolve them, then they, then I don't get that, that amber back. Ow. Whatever. I'll live with that. Am I in the wrong area? Where is this? Oh shit, shit, shit. Yeah, I can take a hit before I die. It's just not many hits. And that way, my little clone self becomes sort of like just another bit of health. Ah, shit. Also, if I bait them, I can also, you know, get them to combust. But I have to time it right. Bitch. Okay. That is obviously where I'm supposed to go, but... Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pause because I want to make sure that I'm not fucking up by moving past where that fucking relic is. Let's see. Eh. Can I get something that is not a video guide? Fine, I'll go with the video guide. I hate having to use that because I'm on stream. No. I don't want fucking audio. Okay. Okay. It's on the opposite side of the room. Down there. That was very close. Okay, so relic. So, Flame and I are bad. Or not? I don't get that puzzle, but whatever. Secondary objective acquired. Haha. Let's fucking save here. Because I have a feeling this game's gonna try and shaft me with some difficult to avoid, enemies. Lem. I should have kept that. I wonder. How about you? Okay. I'm actually going to see if I can't keep that. Would be fun if I can't just,
So you didn't bring Querberus.
sneak myself out.
And yet, it was in both our interest. You're not making my job any easier. That's for sure. I'm done with being a tool. I only obey myself. Oh yeah? And you decided what? What's your secret goal? How can you know what you want if you don't know who you are? If you are, in fact, nobody. You've never lived anything. You didn't ask to be here. Me, I crossed 2 centuries of nightmares to reach Ashe. I lost everything. Forever. Now, since you're so worn out, why don't you let go? You're just a bunch of old memories that are overflowing, screaming to get out of your skull. You're good for nothing. Listen, you and me, we have one life between two. You got the
Just
past.
adjusting my seat, making random
Leave
noises.
the future to me.
Hell.
It's a fair deal. Why are you so desperate to kill me, Black Ash? Me, who brought you into existence. I want to kill you because, well, at least I know it was my idea. Oh, really? Well, I can't argue with that. And yet, I could almost have whispered it to you. I'm so tired after all these years. All these voices gnawing at my mind. I came here to finish it. So, asking you to kill me is almost a good idea. Assuming, of course, that you're able to, which isn't the case. Oh, you think so? Wait and see.
Ah!
I tried to kill myself long ago. I tried several times. I was finished. But all this damned amber running in my veins won't let me die. The fun is over. I don't need a defective tool. My head. I can't stand it. Shut up! Everyone, shut up! I feel it. An elf. He's approaching. Quick, get out of here before my head explodes.
Just to be clear, no, Styx was not supposed to basically not teleport away and let me get 3 kill strikes on him at once.
This reflection. It's me? What have I become? A Rakash. A monster. What have I done? I feel so weak. How long ago did I leave my family? I am no longer worthy of being an orc. May my ancestors forgive me.
That an elf?
Yes,
What?
yes, that is an elf.
Not a big
Also
fan
kind
of
of
elves.
weird in this setting because, like,
Emmett, you're alive. I was
want to
afraid that
say,
I would arrive
like,
too
they're
late.
born from a tree, kind of like the Sylvari. It's the world tree. And, fucking... You know, quite literally... Damn, that's a lot of points. Quite literally, there's only, like, 1 in human territory now. I think that there's only 1 left, or there might be multiple. I can't remember. They kind of established it in a conversation at some point early in the game. And the elves sleep in amber, and like the amber allows them to like kind of interact with each other in like a hive state, but diluted amber can be used for like essentially drugs. And yeah, elves are kind of freaky. And then you see elves in fucking Shards of Darkness, and they're kind of much more like your standard elf. You run into one who's basically like, stop drinking amber, it's a bad idea. Instead, use these other things for power. Use these other drugs.
Stop using the fantasy meth.
I may have a
Use the fantasy
loose,
fent instead.
But I think if any of you assholes were friends of mine, I'd remember it.
We have a common enemy. I am an ambassador, the elf representative to the humans. I know that Styx aims to steal the heart of the tree. And the tree cannot live without its heart. Its death will lead to the destruction of Ashe. Styx is constantly seeking to poison relations between elves and humans in order to have a free hand. All it needs is a spark, and then it will be war.
And you were counting on me to stop him? I know that Styx and I look alike, but I'm the one who just got my ass kicked like a rookie, you know? He's stronger than me. I can't beat him.
You will stop him. These are things that we elves can foresee in the amber. But for that, you must rid yourself of his mark, the one that allows him to maintain his hold over you. And I know a way.
What? Where do I sign? Does it hurt? Tell me, damn it! Without this link between us, I could face him on equal terms.
At the moment, you are but an imperfect duplicate. But if you were to place yourself inside one of our empty cocoons, you could become complete and be reborn as a perfect creature of the amber.
Anything to break my link to Styx. So make it quick. Time is short. Take me to an empty cocoon.
I will do it, but there are more pressing matters. The destruction by Aeron of the bridge that leads to the heart puts us in a situation close to war, but it has allowed us to delay Styx's plans. Now that we have Kerberos, we must get him out of here. Without him, Styx will never find out how to reach the heart. All that remains is for you to escape his hold, and then to track him down and kill him. And I shall help you. But the most urgent task is to restore diplomatic relations between humans and elves. I have requested an audience with the governor. I shall expose the scheming of his son, Aeron. As a man of reason, Barryman will understand, and tensions can be eased. I just need you to collect some documents from the library. I shall tell you more on the way.
Very well. I'll help you to get these documents, and then we put Kerberos in the first airship.
Okay, here's a question about the game.
Get rid of this curse.
How did elves ruin the world in this setting?
And
Honestly,
finally,
I don't know. I
Styx
don't know. This is actually based off, like, Styx is a spin-off. It was a spin-off of the of Orcs
I
and
must
Men,
tell you that the other
game,
elves do
which I
not
think is
look kindly
based off
on
of the
our
novel series.
cooperation. Do not
So I couldn't
expect
really
to be
tell
treated
you
as a
in
friend by my
exact
kin.
in like how the elves fuck the world.
the feeling.
But you know how it is. They're often responsible.
Yeah, in every setting, they are responsible for ruining the world and making everything shitty for everyone. What does your setting have a sci-fi equivalent of elves? Guess what? They did it there too. Looking at you, Eldar.
Okay, now that those are invested, I need to take a piss. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Entertain chat. Mwah.
Mhm.
You know, I'm reminded of how the previous time I played through this game, and I am back, by the way. You know, to state the obvious, the previous time I played through this game, I was so awkward at the stealth mechanics, and it is worth noting, this game is actually pretty tough as far as stealth games go, because it is a little bit unforgiving. You know, not in the worst of ways. It is an enjoyable game for it, but, you know, it still has that aspect to it. And I was just not doing very well at it. Pretty much every level I didn't get very many points on because I wasn't doing a very good job at following the instructions. It's one of those games that doesn't like... I don't like the word hold to your hand, but it doesn't, like, give you a million ways of telling you that, like, it wants you to do a thing. Like, it won't be like, here's your second objective, your hidden objective, your double chocolatey fudge-coated super objective. A lot of things will be like, this is an objective you should keep an eye out for, and it's possible to, like, end up fucking just, like, missing it if you're not keeping an eye out for it. Especially if we're talking like the relics in this game, which are a thing that you're meant to find. But like I basically got towards the end of the game and had gotten so few points that most of my shit wasn't leveled up. But this time around, I'm like, okay, let's see if we can't like just go without being seen.
Listen to me. I shall tell you what to look for.
And that level, I was deliberately trying to avoid, like, you know, having to kill somebody.
Not go batshit with people talking inside your head.
You know, just a personal challenge, just to see if I could.
How do humans not go crazy by being alone inside their heads? Loneliness is good for no one.
Yeah, well, I'd pay a lot just to be left alone. Forget it. Tell me what you know.
Man, I just had the weirdest thought.
We must prove that Aeron is diverting
Remember Patrick
Amber away
Culliser from
and selling it to Arcanage
Gundam 00, Gundam 00?
This sacrilege violates the agreement.
The guy who
between my
exists
people
to get, you know,
and
shit
Governor
on in
Barryman.
every fight. You know, but he always
And
lives
we must
and even
prove
survives the grand
that
finale.
Aeron is using
Yeah.
prisoners as experimental subjects.
he's
But
an
I don't
anti-Char.
know what fantasy of his to control his kind.
Oh?
Okay, now, you know how the Char clone works in Gundam,
You
right?
sure that his father won't give him a
They're
medal for
basically
that?
like usually a masked rival of the main character
No.
who,
Barryman is not
you know,
like that.
like these rival of the
He's a
main
politician,
character.
a
They're constantly
diplomat.
dueling, constantly
He
like getting
adores
new
a challenge.
suits, you know,
He wants
going,
to control
getting new suits or
people by his
upgrades, going
power
at
of
each other.
conviction when he
Usually
addresses
their
the crowd.
fight is the one that, you know, capstones the series one way or
Not
another,
because
right?
he has drugged them
Yeah.
beforehand.
Patrick is the
Aeron
opposite.
is just
He wears,
looking for a
he
shortcut.
superficially has the gets better suits thing. He wears no. He's the
So,
earliest
the
rival of,
evidence I'm
of
looking
Setsuna.
for,
He's like literally the
bribery?
first guy he fights, right?
Yeah.
You should
But
be able to find the accounts of the
He
distillery
basically
and the
spends the whole
warehouses
series
signed by
getting
Aeron.
one
By
shot in a fight.
cross-checking the data,
You know,
it will
like
be
he
easy
never
to
wins a
show
single fight,
that a
but he
large
always comes
amount of
back.
amber is
It's like
lost
he is the
along
single
way.
most consistent rival, but ultimately the lowest level threat.
In the same way,
So he's like an anti.
you
He's kind of
can
like an
obtain prison
anti-Char.
registers, which will reveal the unbelievable increase in the
Like if
number
like
of
you like
deaths
know
among
if Patrick is
prisoners
fighting,
since Aeron
he is going
has
to
been
get
in
his
charge.
mech wrecked, and he's barely gonna. He's gonna get, you know.
Okay.
He's gonna live, but he's gonna, you know, live with another L under his name
Bring
in like the
them
most
to
comedic way
me.
possible.
I take it upon myself to convince Barryman.
I forgot the Robies have, or at least these types, have the ability to spit acid. And that one-shots you on Goblin mode. Just to be clear, you don't have to play this game on Goblin mode. That is the highest difficulty. I am personally challenging myself.
Now, the thing that, okay, that's not, I was going to comment on that. I was going to comment on the fact that the highest difficulty in this game is called Goblin mode. That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah. Okay, got past them. Got past them. I have survived.
That's what they want you to think.
Are you kidding me? I am up here. How did you fucking notice me? Okay. Okay. You can do this, Ash. You can do this, Ash.
Listen, honey. I do not care if you Habib. I Habib.
Are you fucking kidding me? That looked like a ledge and it should have been a ledge. Ah. Oh, very pleasant. Oh, I just realized that, you know, are fictional depictions of bodily fluids a thing that TOS doesn't like?
I know you yourself as a streamer cannot release bodily fluids on stream without getting banned.
Oh, okay.
In game though, I don't think so. Like, no, seriously, it's like if you're like on stream, you know, with your webcam on, and you just suddenly get sick and puke, you're just instantly banned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to show it. I forgot why well, okay, Twitch rules are stupid in how they're enforced. Because remember, it's a two-tier, like, for example, like exposing body parts, it's a two-tier rule system. You're not allowed to unless you're like a titty streamer. And then, but if you're a VTuber and you show too much aggressive navel, you get yourself banned. So, yeah. Borrowing an old Gamergate meme there.
Aggressive navel.
Yeah.
Damn you, game. Don't give me that. That was some horse shit. I stopped moving.
Man, I'd love to see you try fucking a Metal Gear Solid game on Metal Gear Solid 3 on European Extreme.
Oh god.
That's the one where even getting spotted is a game over. What? Like if you don't like, even like, I want to say it's like no kill. It's like no kill, no spot. Any getting hit at all kills you. Like, you have like 1 hit point to your name.
That's kind of horse shit, no offense.
Well, that's the point. It's supposed to be like stupid. It's like supposed to be a stupid difficulty, you know? It's like Dante Must Die mode from Devil May Cry.
I don't think I'd enjoy that. Like, I remember trying, Metal Gear Solid 1 on like the PSN once upon a time. This is back when like we were like kind of early in our relationship, and I did not like it. I don't want to be like, it was shit. I didn't like it. I remember raging out supremely. How am I gonna fucking approach this room? Because I'm pretty sure that dude's gonna fucking, skirt by. Could you not stop there and have a bomb? Oh no. don't want to have to deal with that. Are you kidding me? You saw nothing. Now shut up.
No, there's nobody.
Probably smelled Goblin.
Hey,
Problem is that I'm trying to sneak past an area where there's a doomed that is specifically going to go after me. That's a thing that irritates me. Few games take into to consideration the idea of like enemy AI like factionality. And what I mean by that is like, I'm sorry, but if animals or ghosts or goblins are like in presence of something that they'd automatically be afraid of or hate, say like a human, but then like the protagonist comes up onto the screen and it's like, yeah, hey, I'm the protagonist, they will gang up on you, and that's stupid.
You know what else is stupid?
Wait.
I just finished putting that video together. You know what the elapsed time was to get it done?
How long?
7 hours, 47 minutes.
Damn. How long is that video?
Like two and a half hours.
Yeah. That's reminding me of that, like, yeah, when I was, like, transferring shit on my computer. You know, like, when I got the new one. And I was basically like...
I'm gonna have to do that soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a 6 terabyte fucking portable, so it's like, that would be a problem, but... It's the fact I have to do it. I'm not looking forward to it.
This fucking horseshit ass bitch.
Alright, I need to play a video game or I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I haven't been able to do anything all day with that thing rendering.
No. No, you stupid game. Why? I get that I didn't have very much amber in my blood, but come on! Okay. I've got my fucking makeup on. I can go over there. Is Styx allowed to, you know, go invisible while I go through the air? Thank you. I'm all guthied up and ready for the fucking party.
Honey?
What?
I'm sorry, you get so adorable when you're mad. Like, you get so unbelievably adorable when you're mad. Like, I'm sorry you're mad, but it's just cute, okay?
Well, you're cute too, so meh.
I'm no such thing, but you know what? I'll let you have this one because you're not in a good mood.
Meh.
I can't wait till they change guard.
Well, you love me.
Love you too.
How the fuck am I supposed to get out of here? That is such a horse shit fucking pattern.
I think I saw something move. Just
Yeah, I fucking know you saw something move, you actual bitch. I'm up here on top of a goddamn armoire.
I must have been mistaken.
But your bitch ass looking over there, pretty and drag queeny looking, all like, I want to go into the armoire and see if I can't be slay. Oh wait, there's a goblin on top of it.
I can't wait till they change guard. I can't wait till they change guard.
me. You don't see me, you don't see me.
I can't wait till they change guard.
You can't see me or hear me, no, fuck off.
I can't wait till they change guard.
Be the best. Okay.
I can't wait.
Die, vermin!
What? Oh. Okay. Nothing has seen me, nothing has been alerted to me. Fuck you.
Hello there.
Fine, drain me of my juicy, juicy amber.
You. Goblin squeezings.
You won't be seeing it again. Bertram must have given it to Harold for the right to shit some other place than in his cell.
That's some not terribly useful dialogue. I don't know why I had like the mental image of like that scene from
Have we
The
got a
Office
game tonight?
that
I
was
really have
turned
to get
into
back my
a
silver snuff box that
a
Bertram won
meme
off me the
with
other day.
Superman and Batman,
Nerd?
where it's like
Bertram
the
is
dude
cooped up
just
since
standing
yesterday.
there as
Amber
the other
traffic.
dude presses the like the
Oh no,
fucking
shit,
pie
my
into his
snuff
face.
box. It was a
I don't know
gift
why,
my
but just,
Barrow
like,
whose neck I once saved.
The Superman and Batman version's funnier.
You
Because
won't
it's
be seeing
Superman
it
and
again.
Bertram and you have no
must given
like
it to
actual
Harold for the
interest
right
in The
to shit
Office.
some other
It's
place
literally
than in
that
his cell.
simple.
I just distinctly remember The Office being I don't know how political you want me to get on your stream.
I mean, you don't have to get political to just say it was basically like a series for Tumblrites.
Yeah, it's like I just remember it as a show that's all like men's rights are nothing. That's what I remember about.
Oh yeah,
about it.
yeah, I remember that. I have not forgotten that. That sort of shit always like irritates me because it's like it's such a woman response to like men's issues to just be like, oh well, they're meaningless. They're irrelevant. It's like, okay.
You haven't heard? Bertram is cooped up since yesterday. Amber traffic.
Oh no shit, my snuff box.
Yeah, suffice to
It
say,
was a
I have
gift
no
from a
interest in
baron
that
whose
show
neck I once saved.
after that.
Also, that's not The Office.
You
That's
won't be
Parks
seeing
and
it again.
Recreations.
Bertram must have given it to Harold for the right
Well, I
to
mean-
shit
oh.
some other place than in his cell.
Well, I still have no interest in The Office, but I have no interest in Parks and Rec either.
Oh,
That said, well, I mean, remember, the best character in Parks and Recreation is supposed to be, oh, he's making fun of you, remember?
Oh yeah,
Like the really aggressively American guy. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Ron Foreman or something like that.
Something like that.
I mean, okay. Also, honey, that was Parks and Recreations again.
Oh.
Yeah, like both of those characters are Parks and Recreations.
Oh. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, you are thinking of Ron and I think her name is Amy. One's basically technically the boss of the the Parks and Recreations facilities in like a lower government sort of thing for like I can't quite remember what the place is called. But basically like it's just like the shenanigans of them managing shit, and Ron is basically like the dude immediately subordinate to her. He's like ranking and whatnot, but he very specifically does not like being in governance. But at the same time, he's also like, it's like, okay, if he's supposed to be making fun of us, then why is he so based in every way, shape, or form?
Well, because their idea of, to them, being based is just like, a bad thing.
Like, I don't even mean just like, why, like, based. I mean, like, the guy's like one of those people who's very much in the mindset of being independent, being like, self-sufficient. Like, for two of the characters, one of them is basically like, has him as like the father to give her away at her wedding. And when he's notified that like they're going to get married, he proceeds to take an antique like fucking light fixture off of his wall, melt it down, and turn it into the rings that they use. And is shown basically doing like the spackle work, the fucking like the sanding of the spackle work, and like all this like tradesman stuff completely on his own. And he straight up is like, never pay for shit that you don't have to.
Yeah.
And it's like some really like it's very right wing, but it's like, okay, but I'm not really seeing the critique here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I get how like a lefty would think that they're achieving scathing critique, because LOL he's weird. But it's like, okay, but your xenophobia of politics is not somebody else being a bad person. I'm sorry. Because that is literally what it is. Political xenophobia.
It really is. Like, it really fucking is.
See, from EA. Speaking of The Office, Mandy Kathleen got a Walk of Fame star today or yesterday. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing. Very pathing. Fuck you. Fuck you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you right in the fucking mouth. I hope somebody shoves a dick down your throat. The pathing of NPCs in this is so fucking rough sometimes. It is not uncommon to see them just kind of aimlessly meandering about, and that's difficult to work with because, like, I shit you not, that, like, catching the rhythm of how, like, NPCs move. And yes, some will basically move around in an aimless fashion, but they will be in an area where they're specifically doing that.
Yeah.
But, like, some of them will just glitch out. Some of them will just walk into each other and, get stuck and then fuck up the paths of each other.
Oh, it's getting hard to breathe here. All this amber in the air. I'm sure it's eating my lungs.
Okay, that's neat. Go away. I don't care about the amber in your fucking ass.
I don't know why, but that just reminds me of fucking Pulp Fiction. And I wore this up my ass for 2 years.
Don't wake up, 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 don't wake up. He wore it up his ass for years until he died of dysentery, and then I wore it my ass for 2 years. I've actually never seen Pulp Fiction.
Good movie. It's weird, but of course it's Quentin Tarantino, like what do you expect?
Not the end of the world, perhaps, but it might well look like it.
An anonymous letter of the highest importance. I don't like this at all. I gotta get a hold of this message.
I can't wait till they change guard.
Stop fucking rotating your fucking cup. Go. Go down the stairs. Yeah, I find it funny how you were quite literally like, I don't like The Office because characters from Parks and Recreation.
Look, I don't like shows like that normally. I don't watch them.
Yeah, that's fair. Confession Cam fucking, Confession Cam style, like, office drama is not really, like, for everyone. It's not even necessarily for me. Okay, he's about to see me. Fuck. behind him there. Shove some fingers in my eyes.
There's something over there. All right.
There is absolutely nothing up here.
No, there's nothing.
You see nothing, you hear nothing, you think nothing. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to patrol away. Where are all the ledgers in this mission? Master of Shadows ledgers. Okay. In case I need to backtrack. There's a bot. Am I spotting that?
Oh, one moment. Fuck off. There we go.
Thank you. Yes, it is gone now.
Okay. Yeah, because remember that from last time, it was like, the hell? But no, the bot is indeed dead.
As you can see, the bottom got him.
I'm going to end you.
I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you too. Ah, yes, the true MMO queuing experience. Hit ready. Nope, resets because somebody said no.
Someone there? I think I saw something over there.
You saw nothing. Now go away. you were actively going to fucking come over here.
Shit. I must have been dreaming.
It's
What's
probably
going on over
nothing,
there?
but,
Oh my god.
Nobody.
it was nothing.
What was that noise?
Don't give me that. What was that for?
I wonder how many poor
I'm having the worst time in this flashpoint right now in SWTOR.
Ow.
I'm on an alt, and I forgot to reset my controls to be like, you know, so I, you know, don't strafe when I hit left and right.
That's what they want you to think.
Wow. So to get the ledger, I have to sneak into that room.
Is someone there?
Are you kidding me?
Strange. No, there's nothing.
Oh, that is a cruel, cruel placement.
I'm sure I
Are you-
heard something.
All right.
This game can be so frustrating sometimes, you know?
Yeah, even
I could've
the games we
sworn.
enjoy have moments we don't
It's okay.
like.
It was nothing.
One of the one of the scuffier aspects of this game is how, like, sometimes the, you know, like, the ability to, like, get into places of safety, like, under this table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm not properly under it. I guess I am, but, like, it's not rendered properly, so like there's a very real possibility in moments like this where I'll get stuck out in the open because I can't go into like a fucking hole in the wall or beneath a desk. And somebody will be like, oh no, I saw you. And it's like, yeah, you saw me because the game fucking hoed me. I guess I'm just gonna have to fucking go through that way. Or maybe. Let's try that again. Are you kidding me? So that guy moves from that spot when I move towards him, but not fucking...
Oof. I'm sorry.
It's frustrating. I guess that's some amber that I'm just gonna have to deal without. It's being scuffed is the problem, like. Sometimes there are just areas that you can't move past without the game basically being like, LOL, I'm taking your amber.
Oh, that's I hate that shit.
I actually think it actively was doing that just now, like no joke, actively, like deliberately doing that just now. I say that because the very next guard, which I was able to just like hop up some ledges behind, yeah, so he straight up, well, you know, he was straight up like positioned just so that I could walk up behind him and take a fucking amber flask off of him. So the game was basically like, yeah, we know that you're going to, you know, probably do that here.
Oh, it's getting hard to breathe here. All this amber in the air. I'm sure it's eating my lungs.
Don't be stupid. Stop worrying.
Okay. Oh. Oh. All right. Then I must go from below. Not the worst approach, because this guy's got a pretty clear and concise approach. Back and forth, back and forth. Anything down there? No amber flask, nothing. I seem to remember one time loading into the level I'm on, but there was like a glitch in the load and it proceeded to do a thing where like why am I trying to load? Do a thing where like I think it was like a chandelier dropped from the ceiling without anything influencing it.
You couldn't advance me some
And
rations,
alerting everybody in the area.
Somebody said something to me? Hmm? No, I didn't hear anything.
Come on. Just 1 week's pay. I'll pay it back next month.
I still can't hear a thing.
Look, oh shit! This
Yeah,
one's
okay.
for me!
Yeah. Pair of guards that were just fucking yakety saxing right there in that fucking doorway with no way of avoiding them. I guess I'll just have to turn invisible.
Hey, you
I thought we were gonna say something effective. I guess I'll fucking die.
Somebody said something to me?
Well, I guess that's what I'm fucking doing because I'm trying to like sneaky breaky around, which is possible.
You couldn't advance me some rations, could you?
God damn it. But the problem is that like there's no way to just dismount into like a hanging stature on a fucking like wall, which is irritating.
Hey, you couldn't advance me some rations, could you?
Somebody said something to me?
Something moved over there.
No, I didn't hear
God damn
anything.
it. No. You stupid game. I'm trying to wall hang while your stupid characters sort out their differences over food. Is there a way I can do that?
Hey, you couldn't advance me some rations, could you?
Somebody said something to me? Hmm?
Fine, I'll backtrack to the damn pot.
Hey, you couldn't advance me some rations, could you?
Maybe that will sort it out. And there's that bitch. Okay, you're gonna come down. You're gonna fucking turn left from your perspective and go into the next area over and become part of the patrols there. That's right. That's right, you gaping slut. That's right. That's where you're gonna go. Also, the amount of like actual clutter people leave in the fucking like movement areas of this game. It's like they want people to fall all over themselves.
It's secretly the lead dev's fringe kink.
Seriously, just leaving a mop bucket around for somebody to trip on. It's like, how could you do this to people? Fuck you. You weren't even remotely close to me. Oh. Stop eating constantly. You're just gonna shit out your fucking food. I want that ledger. Yeah, when I previously played this game, I brute forced my way through it, like, supremely hard. To the point that, like, man, did I not have points to upgrade jack shit.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a problem.
Like, okay, you get points for solving, like, the basic objective and for, like, the secondary objective. But you also get additional points for going through without an alert, going through without killing somebody, collecting all the coins, collecting the relic, and also, you know, speed running the level. Now, just to be clear, you can revisit levels later on and get those points, and they count towards your, like, you know, overall playthrough. Like, you can just replay missions anytime when you're at the fucking, at your fucking hideout.
Yeah.
But, like, I was basically, like, not even trying for certain things, like, you know, a no-kill run, or a no-spot run. I've been forced to go with the no-spot run this go-around because of just how, like, heinously harsh some of the things are in this,
What was that? I heard something.
You heard nothing. Worth the amber because fuck these guys. They would have spotted me anyhow.
Barronin will be here soon. Come back quickly.
Fuck.
I have the documents. I'm almost there.
There's something over there.
There ain't nothing over here.
No. There's nobody.
Okay, the relic is in a room with a painting, a doorway, and 2 large windows. Oh. Wait, no, that's not it.
Who goes there?
Don't go who goes there with me. You grubby cum guzzler. So could you leave from your post? Oh, I thought that statue was a guard.
Nope. No way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
High ground, high ground. Oh.
Stop. Access is prohibited to elves. You shall not pass.
We are accompanying the ambassador.
It's all right. He's not gonna get lost. You'll wait for him there, quietly.
The guards are very aggressive. Be careful.
Well, let's not kill anybody from here. Otherwise, Barman might suspect something.
I know. Worry not. I know what I'm doing.
You know, the elves kind of remind me of the Edrin from the GSF.
They kind of do, yeah.
Son of a bitch. See if I can't sneaky breaky behind this dude. Son of a bitch. My timing with That's not quite good. Let's actually watch him.
You can tell you're locked in. You're not talking much.
I'm sorry.
No, honey, that's fine. If you need to concentrate, that's fine.
It's like, I'm basically like trying to watch fucking movement patterns because that's like half of the whole don't get seen approach. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm in a decent spot now. I know for a fact I can hop up once this guy... There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the relic is left, right, right, right. Hey, Chonka.
Hey, Chonka, how you doing?
Okay, I've acquired the relic. Mission. I have to give the documents to the ambassador. Okay. Yeah, I sometimes worry about, like, you know, playing these games on stream because I'm like, it's not exactly the most exciting thing to see me be, like, silent while I try to, like, finagle getting through a stealth game where, like, being
Here are the
caught
documents
can
as
basically,
agreed.
like,
But you should take a look at this.
Force a
It
non-standard
was
game
meant
over.
for Aaron.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
but you see, the thing is, people are watching you play.
It's a
You know,
fake.
as much as they're, you know,
Fake
they're
document
watching you
signed
play
by
as much
me,
as they're watching you,
ordering
like, you
all
know,
the elves
listening to you talk.
to attack this night.
There's nothing wrong. There's absolutely
Other
nothing wrong with,
fakes
you know,
such
being
as this
locked in
reach
like that.
Yeah, fair.
It's something I
is
realized I
guaranteed.
need to get over when playing games, especially
Excuse that
story-heavy
he was
ones.
lacking to
Because I would get worried about that too. It's like, wait a minute. But if people are watching, they're not going to care if I'm not
Obviously,
talking,
Styx
as
is
long as, you know,
wise.
the gameplay is fun to watch.
True.
It is urgent that I speak to Barryman. Hide in this closet. He must not see you.
Okay.
Welcome, dear friend. I'm happy to be able to clear up some matters with you. Have you heard about the creatures who invaded our jails? Have you any idea of their origin? You see, there are rumors that the elves...
Governor, I must discuss certain problems with you without delay. I have got wind of a conspiracy that involves... Oh,
Styx! Oh! No! Either Either I help the elf by making a diversion and we take off by air, or I get out of the embassy and go straight to the docks. Anyway, I have to find Querberus before Styx does.
Yo, Mr. Dude, can you give me some, like, a hint of amber? What's in the second corner? I'm doing just fine. Yeah. Playing Styx, vibing with Bo, who is video making currently, if memory serves.
Oh no, I'm done. I was done video making a while ago. I'm playing SWTOR right now.
Ah, okay. Being a cutie. Okay, so practically minded, if I approach from that. Okay, that's not tenable anymore. I have to exit out that door, probably. I need to get to that table. Now, potentially, he won't notice me.
Is someone there?
But he does, so. Okay. Okay. Get. You stupid game. Put him on the... There is a lip there. Very well then.
Fine, if you're going to be that way.
Nope. No way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
Frustration. But I can manage. I can manage. Let's see. Fuck you.
Hello there.
It's kind of my fault, but I'm still kind of mad.
Nope. No way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
Oh shit!
No. No. I can't see for shit with that. Oh. Let's see.
Nope. No way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
Okay. Well, yeah, of course. I got that. Wait.
Oh shit! Hey, what's going on?
Are you kidding me? They immediately look right at me. One sec. Okay.
Boy, what's going on there? Shit! Anyone see what happened? Oh shit! What the fuck is this bollocks? Shit! Anyone see what happened? It's run off.
Nope. No way to go through here. I gotta find another way.
Is someone there? Shit! Anyone see what happened? Oh shit! Hey, what's going on? Well, better stay here.
All right, quick, let's get flying.
Really? I fucking save there because I only have the one Amber Flask anymore. No, they are not explosive. You can hide in them.
Alpha, I'm bringing Kerberos to you. Be ready to leave. Damn it, I hope I'm not too late.
Looks like there's something out there.
Okay. I'm up on Amber Flask.
Ah, grats.
No, no. Oh. Oh. Recovery, recovery, recovery. Get over to that. Staring in that direction. Trolling in that direction. Coming up these stairs. Autosave, autosave. What is Doom doing on this level? They weren't there before.
strange. It's okay. It was nothing. Looks like there's something out there.
Nah, there ain't anything out there. I'm about to blow your mind with this. Styx, why are you such a prick? I don't like being immortal.
Shit! Querberus! Styx, he...
How? How did I get here? I was in my laboratory, and Barryman asked to talk to me.
No, that was 10 years ago, my old friend. Can you stand up?
Oh dear. I'm in pain. I'm in terrible pain. I'm bleeding. Manfred?
Yeah, I'm here.
I once knew a Manfred very well. Charming lad. But he's dead, I think. He killed himself. By my ancestors. I think I'm dying too. Although I don't have the slightest idea of how it happened to me or why. It's stupid, isn't it, not to remember how one died? Who knows? It may be better. It wouldn't have been very nice as a souvenir anyway. You see, my brain is...
Yeah. It's unhinged.
Sorry. The one who looks like you, he asked me how to reach the heart of the tree. He was nasty. I didn't have any choice. The spy system I built for Barrymen.
One of these air ducts leads to the World Tree?
Yes, of course. Barryman needs to listen to what's happening there.
So that was it. The secret that Styx hoped for.
I don't even remember Manfred's face. It's strange memory, isn't it? We would like to choose the memories that remain and those that disappear. But who cares, since I shall now join him. Goodbye, my friend. Maybe we'll meet again in another life.
Dude kind of talks like
Another
a Fable
life.
NPC.
That would be nice. Farewell, Querberus.
He died like somebody
Say
greeting me
hello
on the
to Manfred
street
for
in
me.
Fable.
Querberus. Poor old fuck. Maybe your life wasn't so bad. Repeating the same experiment day after day in your stinking lab. Never knowing why or who for.
Of course you're better off helping me. Haven't I always said that?
Ah, no. Not you again. Leave me alone, Styx. Shut the fuck up. I forbid you to speak in my head. It's unbearable, isn't it? Imagine how I feel. Suffering more than 2 centuries of listening to that. All the nonsense that passes through the minds of thousands of idiots. It's like a tide of trash that permanently washes up inside my head. I can't take anymore. But I've come to put an end to this ordeal. And I will owe a part of my victory to
Oh, you son of a bitch. Man, this level is small.
Who comes? Oh shit!
Son of a bitch.
Don't let him get away.
Fine, I'll reload that one. Oh, this is actually not a bad path. Yeah, not surprised, but I'm almost there. Yeah, very F, very wow. I wonder. Not sure if I can bridge that gap, but I can go around that way. Funnily enough, because this game heavily reuses its maps, which is not a problem, but it does reuse them quite a bit. I've been on this map before. Several times, actually. Come on! I was just hopping through the air, you pig. No. Okay, he'll fucking bugger off. And he'll fucking walk that way. Go away.
Let's take a close look. Right.
You do not see me.
No, there's nothing.
Okay, it's like 10 p.m. here, and I have an appointment in the morning, so I should probably be going. Hope the rest of the stream. Love you too. Hope the rest of the stream goes okay. I'll catch you later.
Okay, honey, you're going to bed right now?
Yeah.
Well then, I hope you sleep well.
You too, when you do.
I hope the
I'll catch you later.
Catch you later. I hope the trip to the doctor's goes well.
Yep. All right. Good night, hun.
Night, honey.
If we were at war with the elves, Aaron would not waste his time ordering a massacre.
This is precarious. This is precarious. This is precarious. This is precarious. I cannot save in this spot. Excuse me.
Understood. I thought you were already dead. You know that. Looks like there's something out there.
Don't walk right into me. Don't look into this pot. Don't look into this pot. Don't look into this pot. I thought there was a closed door there or something like that, which is why I was approaching it so foolishly. Oh, this is scuff. I'm at a bad point. He's looking right there. How long ago was my most recent save? Let's see. That was 20 minutes ago. I really wish they weren't so cluttered. There's only so much I can do with this fucking, this movement pattern. Taking that one. That's pretty far, but I can work with that, maybe. Because that's how bad my positioning was. Maybe I can backtrack and find some additional amber, but goddamn. I could start killing motherfuckers, but I'd really rather not, because so far this has been a no-kill level, and I'm trying to keep that. Okay. I've sneaky breakied. I've kept 3 shots of my my invisibility. If used efficiently. Through here. probably not the approach that I want. Yeah, definitely not the approach. So I'm gonna reload from that quick save. I'm also going to make a permanent save. So I have something of a catalog of things to go back from. No, you stupid game. Why would you do this to me? Backtrack. Do that.
Like to know what's going on outside. We could be at war with the elves without even knowing it.
Don't worry. If we were at war with the elves, Aaron would not waste his time ordering a massacre.
Looks like there's something out there.
Locked in. Nope. You do not get my health. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yes. Oh, Christ. That was easily one of the sweatiest levels I've ever played in this game. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. Like 100%. This game basically like will have just it will have areas where there's like a lot of options on how to approach it. Most maps will have like intricate tunnels, like various sconces on those are like the little like brace things on the wall. I'm not really sure what to call them other than that. Sconces for me to like climb up on, little lips and buttressing around things that I can move along unseen. And then it'll be like, here's this hallway with basically like the most scuffed fucking like patrols ever, and then fucking like a million and one things to avoid. But I think I have enough points to fully unlock my character. What do you mean Predator, 0? Whatever. Collectibles. Oh, okay. Well, that is high time for me to, see about, raiding onto somebody. Let us see who we have got. I think I'll go with Sandy Lightning, if I can. Yep, okay, there we go. Oh, okay, thank you for coming for my stream. Tomorrow, me and Bo and Cita are playing modded Space Marine 2 and all that jazz. So I hope y'all will tune in for that. And I hope you enjoyed this particular stream. I will see you all later and hope you have a good rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you and good night.